Vital Revival, the idea is simple. Take an older bike and bring it up to date, and add a little something special as well. That's what we set out to do with our 2005 Yamaha YZ125. The concept is simple enough, but the actual process is an undertaking, which is why we enlisted the help of some key players to move things along. In part 1, you were introduced to the machine and saw Jay Clark tear down the bike. We then left him to work on the motor while Factory Connection took us through the ins and outs of fixing and modifying used suspension. Next, W hooked us up with a set of wheels that are not only lighter than stock, but stronger and about as bling as MX wheels can get. All the while, we were acquiring parts from numerous companies to help transform this YZ125 from just another dirt bike into a real showpiece. Finally, it was time to head back over to Jay's shop to check out our rebuilt motor and start piecing the Yamaha back together.
Hey, Jay Clark here. Continuing on with this Vital project. We've got an 05 YZ125. Now we've gone through the motor completely. We've completely rebuilt it. And so, first thing you'll notice, we've got the Hinson cover here. Got a full Hinson basket, pressure plate, inner hub with fiber steel and springs, clutch plates. So that's all rebuilt here, all good to go. And then as far as the motor goes, we put a whole new Hot Rods crankshaft, complete crankshaft, not that you just drop it in. Main bearings from Hot Rods as well, so that takes care of the lower end. Top end, put a new Vertex piston, cast piston, a lot like the OEM piston. Simple deal, just drop that in. With our Cometic gasket kits, finished off the whole motor. So that's about all we did here on the motor. There was nothing really worn out, no gears, nothing like that. We inspected all that stuff. So no serious problems. These motors are pretty bulletproof. You know, they've been the same motors for a long time. You know, 04 to 13 is basically the same bike. I mean, 05 to 13, about the same bike here. And so, good proven motor, lasts a long time. Keep a fresh lower end and top end in it, and it's gonna last you a long time. So now we're gonna throw it back in the frame and see how this thing goes.
So, did we achieve our simple goal of bringing an aging machine up to date? We'd say so. A 2005 YZ125 that is now ready to take on 2014 and beyond. If this machine doesn't make you drool, you're probably not a motocrosser. Some might question why we chose to stay with 125 cc's instead of increasing to a 144 or even higher. Like we said at the very beginning of Vital Revival, there is nothing more enjoyable than the experience of riding a 125cc two-stroke.
I'm Cody Baker, I'm 17 years old. We're out here at Coulee Creek MX testing Vital MX's YZ125. So I have ridden two-strokes in the past. I've ridden a lot on my dad's 1998 CR250 and I love the bike. I mean, two-strokes are a dream to ride. And nothing's more fun than going out there every day and playing around on a two-stroke. You know, they're a little harder to ride. They don't get up and move like these new ones. You know, they're a little older, but they're still a blast every day to come out and ride. It's something different. And I think I've picked up carrying in corner speed better. You can carry it in a lot better. you gotta stay on it. You gotta keep the 2 strokes up and keep them going, where the 4 strokes you can kind of lug them through. I love this bike. I mean, this bike was so much fun to ride. It handled the track very well, actually. It kept pushing as hard as it could. You know, it's a 125. I definitely got to string it out a little bit, but I had a blast on it today. It was so much fun. That thing was definitely to the max. I was just glued to the rear fender, trying to keep it up and keep RPMs going as high as I could the whole way. I think it'd be fun to see that. I think even in the pros, we should have like a 2-stroke class or something. I think it'd be fun to see, especially with the pro riders, see what they can still do on a 2-stroke instead of just out there racing 4 strokes every day.